As a Japanese housewife living in the US, I want to look at the counterfacts of socialization from unique perspectives.
Have you ever sat in your open-plan office, surrounded by the constant hum of keyboards and conversations, and thought, is this really helping us collaborate? It's a question many of us have pondered. The dream of the open office was a beautiful one. A space where ideas flow as freely as the coffee, where spontaneous conversations spark innovation, and where everyone feels connected. But for many, the reality feels different. A lot of us find ourselves plugging in headphones, trying to carve out a sliver of silence just to focus. We send emails to the person sitting right next to us to avoid interrupting them, or worse, interrupting everyone else around them. It's a strange paradox, isn't it? The very design meant to bring us together often drives us to build invisible walls. So, let's explore this. What's really going on with open-plan offices and collaboration? For decades, the dominant belief has been that tearing down walls automatically builds up teamwork. The logic seems simple. Physical proximity equals more interaction, which equals better collaboration. Companies all over the world bought into this idea, trading private offices and cubicles for sprawling tables and shared desks. The move was often framed as a way to flatten hierarchies, increase transparency, and supercharge creativity. And on the surface, it makes sense. You can see everyone. You can hear what's happening, and you're never more than a few steps away from a potential brainstorming partner. But what does the evidence actually say? Well, some fascinating research from Harvard threw a major curveball into this whole idea. They studied several companies that were transitioning into open-plan layouts. What they found was pretty stunning. Instead of face-to-face interactions going up, they actually plummeted by about 70%. That's a huge drop. At the same time, electronic communication, like emails and instant messages, shot up. People were retreating into their digital shells. It seems that when we lose our private space, we don't necessarily open up. Instead, we find new ways to create privacy. We put on our Do Not Disturb headphones, we stare intently at our screens to look busy, and we actively avoid eye contact so we don't get pulled into a conversation when we trying to concentrate. The constant low-level distraction makes it hard to get into that deep focused state that complex work requires, and the fear of being overheard or of disturbing others makes us less likely to have those sensitive or exploratory conversations that are so crucial for true collaboration. This leads us to a really interesting counter-argument. What if true collaboration doesn't just come from being in the same room? What if it requires a mix of different environments? Think about it. Collaboration isn't a single activity, it's a process. It involves individual deep work, one-on-one conversations, small group huddles, and larger team meetings. Each of these activities thrives in a different type of space. You need quiet zones for concentration, small nooks for private chats, and dynamic areas for group brainstorming. An open-plan office, in its purest form, tries to be a one-size-fits-all solution, but it often ends up being a master of none. It can be too loud for focused work and too public for confidential discussions. So, instead of fostering a vibrant collaborative ecosystem, it can sometimes create a stressful environment where everyone is just trying to survive the workday. Let's imagine a different kind of office, a counterfactual reality. What if, instead of going all in on open plan, we designed offices with a variety of spaces? Picture this. You arrive at work and need to finish a detailed report. You head to a library zone, a designated quiet area where everyone respects the silence. No calls, no chatter, just pure focus. You get your report done in record time. Then, later in the morning, you need to brainstorm a new project idea with a colleague. You both grab a coffee and head to a small, comfortable booth with a whiteboard. It's private enough that you can throw out wild ideas without feeling self-conscious, but still connected to the office's energy. After lunch, the whole team needs to sync up. You all gather in a more traditional conference room, but one that's equipped with great tech for remote team members and comfortable seating that encourages active participation. This concept is often called activity-based working. The philosophy is simple: empower employees to choose the space that best fits the task they are doing at that moment. It's not about forcing everyone into one type of environment, but about providing flexibility and choice. In this model, the office becomes a toolbox of different settings. You have your focus pods, your collaborative lounges, your private phone booths, and your open social areas. The key is that it trusts employees to know what they need to be productive. This approach acknowledges that we aren't just one-dimensional workers. We have different work styles, different tasks throughout the day, and different moods. A workspace that reflects this diversity is far more likely to support both individual productivity and genuine collaboration. It removes the friction of trying to do the wrong task in the wrong place. And this isn't just a fantasy. Many forward-thinking companies are already moving in this direction. They're realizing that the cost of lost productivity and employee dissatisfaction from a poorly designed open office far outweighs the real estate savings. They're investing in creating hybrid environments that offer the best of both worlds. They might still have an open communal, plaza, or town square area that acts as the social heart of the office, a place for spontaneous encounters and company-wide gatherings. But radiating from that central hub are a variety of other spaces designed for different modes of work. This balanced approach seems to be the sweet spot. It provides the energy and connection of an open plan while also giving people the psychological safety and focus of a private space. So, what does this mean for the future of work, especially now with the rise of remote and hybrid models? The pandemic forced a massive global experiment in working from home, and many of us discovered the joys of deep, uninterrupted focus. But we also missed the serendipitous chats and easy camaraderie of the office. The lesson here isn't that one is definitively better than the other. The lesson is that we need a mix. The future of collaboration likely lies in a hybrid model that intelligently blends remote work with a purposefully designed physical office. The office is no longer just a place to house employees from 9 to 5. It's a destination. It's a place you go to for specific reasons: to collaborate with your team, to mentor a junior colleague, to feel part of a shared culture. And when you're there, the space itself should support those goals, not hinder them. Let's re-examine the original goal: to increase collaboration. Perhaps We were too focused on the physical architecture and not enough on the human element. True collaboration is built on trust, psychological safety, and clear communication, not just on shared tables. A great team can collaborate effectively whether they're in an open office, in separate offices, or even in different time zones. The environment should be a tool to support that collaboration, not the foundation it's built on. By forcing everyone into one type of space, we might have been inadvertently undermining the very trust and focus that collaboration requires. The counterfactual, the world of activity-based working and hybrid models, it's about empowering people, giving them autonomy over their environment, and trusting them to do their best work, wherever that may be. In the end, the debate isn't really about open offices versus closed offices. It's about intentionality. It's about asking, what are we trying to achieve, and how can our physical and digital spaces help us get there? The dream of a collaborative workplace is still very much alive, but maybe it looks less like a giant, noisy room and more like a vibrant, diverse ecosystem of spaces that cater to the many different ways we work and interact. It's a future where the office is a powerful tool for connection and creativity, used purposefully and not just by default. A place we choose to go to because it helps us be better together. What's your experience been like? Are you a fan of open-plan offices, or do you crave a bit more privacy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear about the best and worst office setups you've encountered. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of work and design. See you in the next one.